All right, guys, please join me in welcoming to Refresh actors and musicians Nathan West and Chyler Leigh. Thank you guys so much for being here.
No, thank you for having us.
We are so excited. I can't wait to hear you guys perform very soon. So stick around, you guys. So you are a husband and wife duo, correct? You've acted together, now you're making music together in your band East of Eli. And as someone who also works with her husband, I have to start there.
Awesome. You didn't even tell us.
I know, it's a big secret.
Sparks for a second.
So what is it like working together for you guys?
It's amazing. It's been, it's a journey because when you take things like on a professional side, when you're so personal, it's like, I could call him out on so many things, and he could call me out on so many things.
I just do it so we can hang out, because otherwise, the entertainment business, it's like I'm constantly flying around.
Right.
Touring and stuff, and then she's on set, so it's like when we can work together
when we can
in
connect.
this business, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really special.
I kind of like her.
Yeah, he's all right.
Just a little.
He's all right. I like him fine.
You guys have been together since you were 16 and 20, is that right?
Ooh, that sounds bad on your behalf.
Robbing
the cradle. I was 2 weeks shy of my 17th birthday.
Okay,
so we were darn close to that.
Yeah. It wasn't really official till after she was 17 and maybe 18. No.
But you guys have to like
18 years, yes. 18 years.
Well, we auditioned. You have to explain the whole Marlene King thing real quick.
Yeah, so we, when we first met, it was on an audition. And so it was for a pilot for WB called Saving Graces. And it was like the last final kind of calls, the last few ones. And we got thrown right into a mix and match session, so like a chemistry read.
They put us together.
And so while we're waiting, we're out in the hallway, and we just kind of had some chemistry, like kind of right off the bat.
Yeah.
And so we go in to do the audition, and we're reading in front of the writers, and it's a scene that's like the awkward end of a first date sort of scene, where it's like the walk to the house. And there's a kiss in it, and so we're just like firing on each other, and then we get towards the end where that's supposed to happen, and Nathan's like, I'm sorry, I know this isn't the right thing to do, I'm going to stop. I just wanted to know, there's a kiss at the end of the scene.
Should I kiss her?
Do you want me to really kiss her? And so I'm just like beet red, and then they're just like,
I was beet red. Let me finish this one up for you, honey. So.
See, when you work together, someone's got to finish the story.
No, so basically, the long story short is, so, yes, I stopped the scene because I was like, I don't know if I should kiss or not. I wanted to, of course. I turned beet red. They're like, look, you do what you want to do. So I looked at her like, look, sweetie, I'm laying one on you, so get ready. Then she turned beet red. Then we got back into the scene, got to the close to the end, and Marlene King stops us. She's the creator of the show and everything.
Yeah. Pretty Little Liars.
Okay, two things. Because one, you're going to the network call tomorrow, right? Both of you. And number two, when you two get married, I want the first invitation.
Oh,
and this is like 15 minutes after
15
we
minutes
first
to know
met.
each other.
wow.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
She called
it.
Yeah. Did she get an invitation?
She got the first.
Awesome. That is so cute.
Yeah.
That's so
and I paid her a lot of money to say it.
Oh, good. Perfect. Yeah.
Nice. Good little button on that one. That's funny.
So, Chyler, we of course know you as Alex from Supergirl, and which is going into its 3rd season.
Yeah, we're filming right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and we also know you as Dr. Lexi Gray in Grey's Anatomy, and Janie Briggs, of course.
Oh,
in
God.
Not Another Teen Movie.
It just keeps coming around. Just keeps coming.
But this is your singing debut, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what, have you always sung? How did you?
Yeah, I always have since I was little, but I was closeted. I just didn't like, I grew up singing like country songs, and I loved it. And Disney songs, I sing all the time. Okay, it's all the Disney songs. And I sing all the time in the house. Yeah. And so it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've been really scared. Like every time I go to sing, my heart starts pounding. But like in a scene, I can bawl my eyes out in front of somebody, and it's no big deal because it's like you're playing somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like now that's me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you can't hide that. So it's been, it's been an amazing journey because obviously I get to do that with him, and he always brings out the best in me and just really encourages me and pushes me, challenges me when I need to be.
Yeah.
And so this has been really, really special, and I love it. I really do. Once we started getting on stage and I was with him, because he's amazing on stage. Like I don't know what it is, but he just it hits, it clicks, and he lights, and people go nuts because he's really him. He's being his true self, which is, it's rare. Yeah, it's fine. We're bananas. So, but then it kind of just encouraged me to be able to do the same thing, and it's been a really, really special journey.
We have the best fans in the world too. I was just thinking, like, so we did this VIP event yesterday, and a fan, like, they make the greatest things. Like, this is the coordinates of the Roxy where we had our show in LA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
and so
awesome.
made it
Brought it and just said, this is where, you know, like, you changed
they're
my
so
life.
creative.
This is where they're amazing.
So they're so
like,
fun to play for. So, like, you feel so free up there, you know,
Yeah.
because they really give a lot. It's like, we call it an EOE experience because it really is. It's more than just a concert.
It's
you
like
know?
we're bringing you into our house and kind of like, so we mess up, like, we have fun, we tell stories, like,
Mess up. You might mess
this guy.
You're right.
we
Everyone out
tell
there's going, no,
stories
we
and-
know you mess up. I do all the time.
But it's great. It makes it real. It makes it fun.
Yeah.
So it's like it's never going to be the same show ever.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
cool.
that's a cool break. And you have a special bracelet too. You're telling me about it.
So this is my little special bracelet. This is our 8-year-old daughter made this. She took one of the strings from Daddy's hoodie. Sorry.
Aw.
And
Oh, no.
she cut it.
That's cool. That's great.
And she cut it from it. And then she grabbed this little tool that she had and she just said, "Mommy, you need to wear this just so that you have something really pretty." And so I was like, I'm going to wear it. So Annie, this is
That's
for you.
so cute. And you guys have 3 beautiful children, right? So on top of the acting, on top of the band, how do you balance it all? 3 kids.
No comment.
You know, it takes a lot of communication
Yeah.
and just like honesty.
And a lot of sacrifice.
A lot of sacrifice and help. Like, you know, it's the whole, it takes a village. Like, we
Yeah.
have really amazing people in our lives that help, and, you know, Nathan's mom is just incredible, so she, you know, she's always in, and, you
But
know,
also,
we
like,
have...
for the show, I think, like, they've been really great about trying to find opportunities for her to come out and be a part of things in the shows.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's a lot of personal sacrifice, too, because she'll be, like, she'll be working until 3 in the morning, you know, and then they'll, you know, get done. She'll go home, jump on a flight at 8 to get out for a show that night, you know. Sometimes. We don't do it all the time. So we're kind of like, we get tired a lot,
we're tired.
you know.
You're
Or I'll
tired.
like change my schedule around or whatever, my touring and all that kind of stuff to
Yeah.
accommodate if she's got a heavier schedule or something. So, because we're family first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
That's great.
No
So,
matter
and I know that you guys had an interesting pact when it came to naming your kids. Is that
Yes.
If we guessed the sex correctly, then you get to name the first.
right? So who did you have a good?
I won actually through and through on this thing
You did
because
not. That's
I know I did though,
Baloney.
because no, but see, it was perfect setup. Like, it just works out so well for me because I wanted the middle name of our son.
Oh, please.
I did. So she got the first name.
okay.
I named him Noah.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then my favorite writer is Oscar Wilde. So I'm like, and our last name is West.
So he's
So-
Noah Wild West.
Wow.
It's Wild with an E. Yeah. So I won.
You got your way. Yeah.
I won.
Yeah.
He did.
And then I guessed Talon.
Talon.
First, yeah.
Yeah.
We worked on that one together because I
We
was thinking 2 first names and then.
Like hyphenated, and then I was
And
like,
she's
no,
like, "Take the
lose the
hyphen out."
hyphen, take the last N off, so it's Talon. Then she has my middle name, so Talon Leigh.
Oh, awesome.
And then Aniston,
Aniston
which
K.
Aniston K, which K is his mom's middle name as
Oh.
well.
And Aniston is Jennifer Aniston's last name. Yes, it's true. We just spelled it a little differently.
We
We
added
added an
an
N, but it really did. We've driven all
so
over the
the
place.
N we took from Talon, we added to Annie.
Uh-huh.
So then it's so that she
could
could be Annie.
Yeah, she could be
A-N-N-I.
A-I-N.
Complex.
Very, yeah.
It's just creative. Everything in our world is just creative.
We're this enigma. We really are.
That was interesting too. Your album Lost Transmission. It kind of seems like a love letter to your family in a
It
way.
is 100%.
Very much so.
I mean, it features songs dedicated to each of your 3 children, and the title track is especially meaningful. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, Lost Transmission. It's definitely heavily influenced by U2, which is a huge. I love Bono's heart. He has that great quote. He says, "Music can change the world because it can change people."
Yeah.
And you know, when I thought about writing on this album, it was like Lost Transmission was the song that my son, well, our son, obviously,
We're together.
our son. Yeah, we're together.
It's real.
It is, if you're just joining us. No, but he, you know, he deals with autism. So I guess they don't call it Asperger's anymore, but he,
Yeah, it's-
you know,
yeah.
he's like on the autism
But it's Asperger's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically.
scale. And so he, you know, for me, I wanted to kind of paint a picture of like what I saw in him and what I believe for him. it's something he can understand, and he loves music. And a lot of times, because he doesn't listen very well, he's kind of always, his mind's always going, so he can't shut it off, and it's hard to get a message through to him. And so Lost Transmission felt like the perfect title, and that it was, I'm trying to get this transmission across. I don't know if it'll happen, but my hope is that one day he'll listen back to those, this song, and even listen between the lines and hear what I'm actually saying, because there's something there. And music's always alive. It just, songs mean so many things to so many different people, and it's a beautiful thing. So
yeah. So what do you?
You did good, baby. You did good. You did real good.
I started mumbling.
No, it was awesome. So when people are finished listening to the album, what feeling do you hope they're left with?
That's a good word. Hope.
Oh.
No, actually,
beautiful.
you nailed it.
Oh, great! I did it.
Yeah, you're on the album. You're in the band.
Yes, yes, finally. So for people who are interested in listening to your music, where can they find your album and your singles?
Well, the singles, of course, Spotify and everything's East of Eli.
iTunes,
Except for Spotify, they won't let you do that.
What?
Yeah, you just gotta look up East of Eli on Spotify. They won't let you actually tag it on the end. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, thanks. Mom.
Collective puns.
Yeah. So, but no, like, so eastofeli.com. Of course, Facebook, East of Eli, everything, Twitter, Instagram.
Yay!
Yeah. So.
Awesome. Okay, and so I know that in just a second you guys are going to honor us with a performance of your song "Nowhere."
Yes.
So what? Can you tell us a little bit about that before?
Go ahead.
You always do this. I go in circles, so it's like.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Nowhere is basically so kind of like what we were explaining. Yeah, see?
Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, go. Go ahead. Do it.
It's a
great.
song
You know what
about
it is.
connecting when it feels so hard to connect. So we're always running around in different places, and sometimes it's like we don't have all that time to really kind of connect with one another and just sort of take a moment and say, I love you, I'm thinking about you. And it's kind of based on that idea of like when you go to text somebody and then they text you, and you're just like, oh God, I was just thinking about you.
Oh yeah.
So it's sort
Usually
of like
the person that you're, in a relationship with is what we're kind of talking about, the person you love, not just anybody,
It's like, Mom, I was just thinking about you. It's so weird. Nowhere.
So it happens a lot to us. We'll be texting, and then she'll text me, like, right at that moment.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where the whole song, the idea of it started from. It's like, even though you're not there, I'm still thinking of you.
Oh, you guys are so
here.
cute. You're so sweet. We can't wait to hear it. We're very, very excited. Guys, be sure to catch Supergirl Mondays at 8 p.m. on the CW. Check out East of Eli on iTunes, Spotify, online. And in just a minute, they're going to treat us to a very special performance. But first, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
All right, guys. Now, here to perform their single Nowhere, please give it up for East of Eli.
What? What? Thank you. All the fans are laughing at me. I know it.
That's great. It's EOE.
When the earth begins to break and I fall through, and the depths take my sight and I cannot find my way, when I'm buried underneath, oh, I look to you, oh, hold on to you. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. All the wounds they make a monster, and the scars they tell the story of who I used to be. My hands begin to shake and tremble from a past I can't escape. One thing remains. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. Give it all, give it all, give it all, my love.
I'm giving all, giving all, I'm giving all my love.
Give it all, give it all, give it all, my love. I'm giving all, giving all, I'm giving all my love. When the earth begins to break, you remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere to be found. You remind me of true love when it's nowhere. Give it all, give it all when it's nowhere to be found.
I'm giving all,
Giving all when it's nowhere. Give it all, give it all when it's nowhere to be found.
I'm giving all,
Giving all when it's nowhere.
Nice end. That's awesome.
So good.
That was very,
They are so
very good.
and they're so cute.
and